Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. I want to ask you, what do you wish you had said on last week's show, but you didn't? Peg O'Connell, I'll start with you.
Well, I wish I said that I agree with John Hood, except he didn't say anything that I could agree with, so I didn't say it.
So that's it.
That's it.
I agree with you. I said nothing of the sort.
John Hood, equal time. What do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, we were talking about the HB2 controversy, and I made a reference at the end of the show concerning the statewide elections coming up. One of the biggest myths that is prevalent in both parties, among certain people in both parties, is that HB2 is the big issue in North Carolina that's going to determine the outcome of races. There isn't very much polling that supports that. There isn't very much common sense that supports that. There's strong opinions on both sides of the issue. It depends on how the question is asked, which part of HB2 are you asking about. Generally speaking, the North Carolinians agree with the Republicans about showers and locker rooms. They don't necessarily agree with the Republicans about discrimination protections. So it is unlikely HB2 will determine the outcome of the election. It's probably going to be economics, it's going to be other issues, and it's going to be Trump versus Hillary.
Interesting. What do you wish you'd have said on last week's show, Chris?
Well, you asked a question about the pork barrel that was in the budget at the end when they found some additional money and divided up $47 million. Interestingly, that Senate Majority Leader and Budget Chair Harry Brown directed, I think it was $3 million more to Jones County for school construction needs. Last year, he put $11 million in the budget for Jones County school construction needs, and he's unapologetic, saying Jones County doesn't have enough money. We need desperately to build schools.
Which is true.
It is, absolutely. I'm glad Jones County is going to be able to build schools, but it does beg a bigger question about what we're going to do. A, how we divide up the money. We shouldn't give it to the schools who have the budget chair necessarily. And secondly, when are we going to figure out a way to help these poor rural schools? Some of them need new schools. A lot of them need schools are falling down. They just need to replace them. And I think it's a big issue that's coming up. I wish he would have figured out a way to address that instead of just give money to his home district.
On a wider scale.
Right.
What do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
I wish I'd commented about the state's rainy day fund. As I understand it, it's now up to 8% of the revenue of the budget, which is the goal. And I think it's the first time in history that that's happened. Some people think put too much money in the rainy day fund. I'm glad I'm on the other side on that one.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.